action as Fresno comes back and wins. Now Santa Maria will put up a three. Bang! Santa Maria!
Here's Warner. Here comes a headed jam. Counted for two. Field. Adios! And the Falcons win on a walk-off. And it's saved. What a game. What's this? Smack.
To the left. That is gone.
For Perez, that's my play. Off the backboard, count it, and a win! And a win! Ryan Perez wins the game for the Santa Rosa Warriors, and they go nuts, and why not?
Houston in San Benito is filled with vintage items, collectibles, and a selection of vinyl records that's as good as it gets. Every shelf, every aisle, and table is filled daily by a number of vendors that ensures that something here just might be the item you have to have. The vinyl record area helps bring an added atmosphere that makes for a fun trip when stepping back in time with the memories. Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles in San Benito.
Josh Moody and Coach Rolly Gonzalez of Josh Moody Loans are former Harlingen Cardinals and would like to wish all the teams good luck in tonight's games. Josh Moody and Coach Rolly Gonzalez of Josh Moody Loans are former Harlingen Cardinals and would like to wish all the teams good luck in tonight's games.
Whether you're visiting or vacationing at South Padre Island, be sure to book your place to stay with Island Services. Locally owned for over 40 years. Trusted, reliable for condo and beach house rentals. Call and visit the website today. Island Services.
Welcome back. We are getting set for tip-off. The starting lineups announced for both teams. National anthem coming up next. Tip-off from Brownsville St. Joe on the other side of the break.
Music lovers, you have to stop and see the assortment of records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, Texas, there's over 10,000 records on display and more coming every day. Looking for your favorite album from the past? First pressings, collectibles. How about a 45 with a single you just have to have? Freddie Fender, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, Elvis, Beatles, blues, rock, classics, Tejano, it's all here. Organized and priced for you. Forever Memories, 237 North Sam Houston, San Benito.
Josh Moody and Coach Rolly Gonzalez of Josh Moody Loans are former Harlingen Cardinals and would like to wish all the teams good luck in tonight's games.
This game is brought to you in part by the Concession Stand in Santa Rosa, a locally owned business providing a terrific atmosphere before or after the games and supporting athletes of all ages. When you're in Santa Rosa, be sure to stop by the Concession Stand and choose from the wide assortment of goodies. An advertising partner with Rio Sports Live is the Concession Stand.
Come visit our new store in downtown Harlingen. We have furniture, appliances, clothes, collectibles, and more. All funds collected support the Sunny Glen Children's Home. Come see us at Vintage on Jackson at First and Jackson in Harlingen.
Josh Moody and Coach Rolly Gonzalez of Josh Moody Loans are former Harlingen Cardinals and would like to wish all the teams good luck in tonight's games.
Service is attitude. How far are we willing to go to service our community, our dealership here for you, and you? Sky's the limit.
When excellence in academics meets discovery on the court, in the arts, with institutions of higher education and beyond. We are the future leaders, and our success starts now. La Villa ISD, Cardinal Pride.
All right, welcome back to Brownsville St. Joe. Game 2 of our doubleheader. John Paul II in town to take on the Brownsville St. Joe Bloodhounds. Kevin Arrow on the call, and what's turned out to be a little bit cooler, cloudy afternoon. 3 o'clock tip-off set for the Bloodhounds as the Lady Bloodhounds wrapped up their regular season as back-to-back district champs. Actually, there's Coach Drew Soto carrying the hardware. And when I mean by hardware, he's got that gold ball in his hands, along with Coach Robert Moreno. They're outside walking here on campus. And away we go from Brownsville St. Joe. Bloodhounds win the opening tip-off. Jerry Martinez fires away for the first shot. No love lost between these two, no secret. Definitely a rivalry on the court. Let's meet the starting 5. Chance Dittman, Anthony Flores, Nick Medrano, Joseph Ruiz, and Elicio Garcia in the starting 5 for John Paul II. St. Joe's starting 5, a little bit different. Josh Cisneros, Jerry Martinez, Martin Tapia, Luigi Cristiano, and Nick Jackson. The only difference there is Nick Jackson is in the starting lineup. Normally, in the games we've covered throughout the year, that would be Bernie Garza, but today Nick Jackson gets the start. So not too much of a change for Coach Sammy Lucio and his Bloodhounds. Jackson kicks it out to Cristiano at the top, gets it back out to Jerry. Jerry with the left hand drives, kicks it out to Cisneros. Cisneros moving to his right, backs in, kicks it out. Cristiano, top of the key, try to bully his way in. Right now St. Joe with a patient approach, back out to Tapia, behind the back move. Tapia drives in to the paint, puts it in. That's an and one. See if the basket counts. And the basket counts. Tapia can't complete the three-point play. It's 2-0 St. Joe. Girls game ended rather quick. They had the traditional cutting down of the nets. That along with breaking out their district champion trophy and their t-shirts. So the girls got to enjoy some post-game festivities, and we were able to capture a couple of photos of that and post that on our social media sites. St. Joe fans, you can check that out there as well. Jackson from downtown, cold start for St. Joe offensively. John Paul II coming back on the other end is Dittman, double teamed by Tapia and Cisneros, swings it out to the corner to Flores. Flores back over to Dittman, stops, fires away. That shot well off the mark. Slow start from the floor on both sides for St. Joe. And for JP2, Tapia kicks it out to Martinez, spots up a 3 on the way. That shot won't go. And the ball will belong to John Paul II. Bloodhounds were able to cut down their nets a couple of weeks ago after their win against Incarnate Word. That was a few weeks ago, so they've wrapped up their festivities as far as celebrating the district title, and it's going to be all hands on deck for Sammy Lucio and his Bloodhounds. And like I mentioned in the previous game on the girls' side of things, they're going to have a week off. There'll be no playoff basketball for a week, and St. Joe will get an opportunity to, you know, like I mentioned on the girls' side, is just stay healthy, fine-tune some things, maybe work on some things that Sammy Lucio would like to work on for his team, and just getting to the postseason healthy is goal number 1. They're already there, and they're going in as a 1 seed, and the expectation that it's going to be tough sledding for these Bloodhounds come the postseason. So right now the task at hand, John Paul II. Cristiano from beyond the arc decides to drive in, hands it off to Cisneros, and Josh gets a friendly roll, and it's 4-0 Brownsville St. Joe. Joseph Ruiz had the handle, lost it. It's going to be a turnover, and that ball is going to be Bloodhound ball. 4-0. 5 minutes to go in the opening quarter. Cristiano out to Jerry. Swings it back out to Big Lou, back out to the corner to Martinez. Finds his way to the basket. Shot won't go, but Martinez will shoot 2, and now Bernie Garza. We'll get ready to check into the game for St. Joe. So Nick Jackson will grab a seat. Garza checks in. This is typically your starting 5 for St. Joe. JP2 wants a timeout. We'll take a break. You're watching Real Sports Live.
Josh Moody and Coach Rolly Gonzalez of Josh Moody Loans are former Harlingen Cardinals and would like to wish all the teams good luck in tonight's games.
Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles, located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, is filled with vintage items, collectibles, and a selection of vinyl records that's as good as it gets. Every shelf, every aisle, and table is filled daily by a number of vendors that ensures that something here just might be the item you have to have. The vinyl record area helps bring an added atmosphere that makes for the fun trip when stepping back in time with the memories. Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles in San Benito.
After the timeout, 4:40 left in the opening quarter. St. Joe, John Paul II, Cisneros coming up with the steal. It's a touchdown lead for St. Joe. And we were talking in the girls' game about the boys' game and how right away the first thing that Luigi Cristiano told us that playing at John Paul II is always tough. So it's just something funky about the gym as Colin Chapa checks in for JP2, and just there's just something off about this gym. It's tough to play in. The fans are right over your shoulders. Student section is traditionally loud, and they don't have to worry about that today because they're playing in their backyard. Cristiano goes inside to Martinez. Good cut from Cisneros, just can't finish. Garza with it, drives through, and that's an offensive foul, and it'll be John Paul II ball. Lucas Cristiano will check in for Martin Tapia. Now some house cleaning being done. Be sure to follow us on our social media sites at Real Sports Live on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Cristiano gets into the scoring column. It's 9-0. Cristiano's with the last 6 points for Brownsville St. Joe. Chapa hits the 3. And John Paul II is on the board, but Jerry Martinez answers right back with a 3 of his own. It's 16-3. Martinez from downtown was bidding for back-to-back threes. The ball should be JP2's, and it is. So Cisneros will grab a seat, and Nick Jackson will check back into the game. "13-point lead for the Bloodhounds. Both Cristiano brothers on the court. Luigi steps back. Shot won't go. Medrano with a rebound. Pushes it back up. Kicks it out to the corner. 3-ball on the way. Won't go. Rebounded by Ruiz. JP2 can't find the rim. Back-to-back threes, both off the mark. Minute 40. St. Joe with the early lead, and Coach Sammy Lucio just quickly subbing guys in and out. Not to say that they're at half speed. No, they're playing to win, but you have to imagine they're approaching this game with a conservative approach, with everything locked up. We do have a date. That's February 22nd, is when Brownsville St. Joe will be back on the court. Both the boys and the girls will host a playoff game here. So if you're a St. Joe fan, you can pencil that in. Times, opponents to be determined. But St. Joe will host 2 playoff games February 22nd. We will be here for that. And we plan on covering both the Lady Bloodhounds and the Bloodhounds. I told Sammy Lucio, I said, we will go as far as you take us. And again, just for the fans that are wondering, well, why St. Joe and not, say, an Edinburgh Vela? Well, there's no fees in TAPS. There are no playoff fees in TAPS or in the charter schools. That's why Joe's up there in Houston. Followed Idea Westlaco up there to the what would essentially be the regional tournament and the Final Four. And we covered St. Joe football this year up in Houston. Same case, no fees. And the same with Marine Military Academy when they played in the state championship game last year. Cristiano, that's Lucas, dishes it off to Jerry, puts it in for 2 more. It's 20-3 St. Joe. So that explains just a little bit of why our eggs are in the St. Joe basket. Martinez kicks it out. Bernie for 3. Got it. Bernie Garza from downtown. JP2 gets a quick bucket. And we head to the second. That's going to count. Martinez just misses. 23-5. St. Joe leads when we come back.
Josh Moody and Coach Rolly Gonzalez of Josh Moody Loans are former Harlingen Cardinals and would like to wish all the teams good luck in tonight's games. Josh Moody and Coach Rolly Gonzalez of Josh Moody Loans are former Harlingen Cardinals and would like to wish all the teams good luck in tonight's games.
Welcome back. We get set to start the second quarter for Brownsville St. Joe. Softball is on the horizon. Opening day is Tuesday as teams wrap up the scrimmage portion. The regular season will start Tuesday, and we will look at the schedule and see what games will be on tap. We do have a couple of boys games. Brownsville, Hanna, and San Benito. The winner there is in the playoffs. The loser is out. The winner will claim a 4th seed in 32-6A. Bird Bowl basketball as well. That game has some seeding implications for both the Hawks and the Cardinals. Harlingen South getting the win earlier this year in the Bird Bowl. John Paul II will go to the free throw line. Joseph Ruiz. Hit the 3, and there is 6:50 left here in the first half. Get the clock running. So Martin Tapia at the free throw line. Tapia misses them both. Let us know where you're tuning in from. Cristiano with 2 more. It's a 27-8 lead right now. John Paul II just trying to get into double digits before halftime. Tapia and 1. Weaves right through the lane. Now Tapia will go back to the charity stripe. He missed the first 2 his last time around. This time, Tapia hits the free throw and completes the 3-point play. Ruiz hits the 3. Well beyond the arc. They look inside to Jackson. Jackson takes it back out on the perimeter to the corner, out to Cisneros. Swings it back over. Will Handley checks into the game for St. Joe, wearing the number 5 for the Bloodhounds. Tapia again with the left hand. Martin Tapia has made a couple of moves inside, making it look easy for St. Joe. Hanley goes up, puts it in, and one. Sammy Lucio likes it. The fans like it. Let's see what that looks like on the full screen. With games like this, again, teams get opportunities to, well, not teams, but St. Joe gets an opportunity to get a look at some of the guys on their bench. Wide open look. Jackson to Lucas Cristiano. 4.5 to go. Good move there from Dittman, and it's 2 more for JP2. 37-13 the score. Luigi decides to pull up. Can't get it. 37-13. Brownsville, St. Joe. Coach Moreno back in the gym. Tapia for 2 more. Timeout on the court. We'll take a timeout up here. All St. Joe when we come back.
Whether you're visiting or vacationing at South Padre Island, be sure to book your place to stay with Island Services. Locally owned for over 40 years. Trusted, reliable for condo and beach house rentals. Call and visit the website today. Island Services.
We are La Villa, and you're watching Real Sports Live.
Music lovers, you have to stop and see the assortment of records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, Texas, there's over 10,000 records on display and more coming every day. Looking for your favorite album from the past? First pressings, collectibles. How about a 45 with a single you just have to have? Freddie Fender, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, Elvis, Beatles, blues, rock, classics, Tejano, it's all here. Organized and priced for you. Forever Memories, 237 North Sam Houston, San Benito.
Josh Moody and Coach Rolly Gonzalez of Josh Moody Loans are former Harlingen Cardinals and would like to wish all the teams good luck in tonight's games.
Welcome back. Be sure to follow us on our social media sites on Real Sports Live, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And our Luke Faria Motors player of the game was Natalia Montemayor on the girls' side. We'll see if we can get Coach Moreno on here in the second half. He's back in the gym. I'll try and recruit him over. We'll have him talk on what's on tap for the Lady Bloodhounds with 10 days rest. And how about Lucas Cristiano? And a travel's called, and Lucas Cristiano has had himself a first half. Came up with the steal on the baseline, and Lucas said, I'll just take this one myself and go coast to coast. One of 3 Cristiano boys in the St. Joe program. We get into the latter half of soccer season, but Luigi Cristiano trying to one-up his little brother. He hits a three. And you know Big Lou likes to pull up from downtown. JP2 trying to answer, can't get it. Second chance, they cash in. So a timeout on the court. St. Joe will take a timeout. We'll step aside. You're watching Real Sports Live.
This game is brought to you in part by the Concession Stand in Santa Rosa, a locally owned business providing a terrific atmosphere before or after the games and supporting athletes of all ages. When you're in Santa Rosa, be sure to stop by the Concession Stand and choose from the wide assortment of goodies. An advertising partner with Real Sports Live is the Concession Stand.
Welcome back. Just over 2 minutes to go. The drill team getting set for a performance at halftime. They're getting warmed up. Once they get underway, we'll go to a split screen. We'll be able to show that for you. And Anwar Joby connects from beyond the arc. Two more for John Paul II. Minute and a half to go, 47-21. Bloodhounds on their home court. Anwar Joby, who just hit a three, is in the game, along with Hanley, Lucas Cristiano, Nick Jackson, and George Albores. So some subs in the game for St. Joe. That one almost too easy for Joby. Dittman still in the game for JP2. Ryan Hendrick also in the game. Ruiz and Anderson on the floor for John Paul II. So a couple of new names on the floor for both teams as Lucas Cristiano with an easy layup there on the steal. Lucas having himself a strong first half for St. Joe. The officials say that one was tipped. On the inbound, John Paul II adds two more. Five seconds and a whistle. Nick Medrano called for the foul. Cristiano will go to the line. Ruiz just puts up a prayer, just about hit it. 51-25 halftime from St. Joe. Bloodhounds with the lead.
Downtown Harlingen, we have furniture, appliances, clothes, collectibles, and more. All funds collected support the Sunny Glen Children's Home. Come see us at Vintage on Jackson at First and Jackson in Harlingen.
Josh Moody and Coach Rolly Gonzalez of Josh Moody Loans are former Harlingen Cardinals and would like to wish all the teams good luck in tonight's games.
Service is attitude. How far are we willing to go to service our community, our dealership here for you, and you? Sky's the limit.
When excellence in academics meets discovery on the court, in the arts, with institutions of higher education and beyond, we are the future leaders, and our success starts now. La Villa ISD, Cardinal Pride.
Josh Moody and Coach Rolly Gonzalez of Josh Moody Loans are former Harlingen Cardinals and would like to wish all the teams good luck in tonight's games.
Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles, located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, is filled with vintage items, collectibles, and a selection of vinyl records that's as good as it gets. Every shelf, every aisle, and table is filled daily by a number of vendors that ensures that something here just might be the item you have to have. The vinyl record area helps bring an added atmosphere that makes for the fun trip when stepping back in time with the memories. Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles in San Benito.
Josh Moody and Coach Rolly Gonzalez of Josh Moody Loans are former Harlingen Cardinals and would like to wish all the teams good luck in tonight's games. Josh Moody and Coach Rolly Gonzalez of Josh Moody Loans are former Harlingen Cardinals and would like to wish all the teams good luck in tonight's games.
Plan your escape. Beach, bay, or both. Sun rises and sunsets daily. So why wait? SoPadre.com.
Was right, backs in, kicks it out. Cristiano, top of the key. Try to bully his way in. Right now, St. Joe with a patient approach. Back out to Tapia, behind the back move. Tapia drives in to the paint, puts it in. Cristiano from beyond the arc decides to drive in, hands it off to Cisneros. And Josh gets a friendly roll, and it's 4-0. Cristiano gets into the scoring state championship game last year. Cristiano, that's Lucas, dishes it off to Jerry, puts it in for two more. They're in the St. Joe basket. Martinez kicks it out. Bernie for three, got it. Bernie lead right now. John Paul II, just trying to get into double digits before halftime. Tapia, and one. Ruiz hits the three. Well beyond the arc. Bloodhounds. Tapia again with the left hand. I think Tapia has made a couple of moves inside. Hanley goes up, puts it in, and one. Sammy Lucio likes it. Tapia for two more. We'll try and recruit him over. We'll have him talk on what's on tap for the Lady Bloodhounds with 10 days rest. And how about Lucas Cristiano? As we get into the latter half of soccer season, but Luigi Cristiano trying to one-up his little brother. They're getting warmed up. Once they get underway, we'll go to a split screen. We'll be able to show that for you. Nick Jackson and George Albores. So some subs in the game for St. Joe. That one almost too easy for Joby. And on the floor for John Paul II. So a couple of new names on the floor for both teams as Lucas Cristiano with an easy layup there on the steal.
Plan your escape. Beach, bay, or both. Sunrises and sunsets daily. So why wait? SoPadre.com.
Goes right, backs in, kicks it out. Cristiano, top of the key. Try to bully his way in. Right now, St. Joe with a patient approach. Back out to Tapia, behind the back move. Tapia drives in to the paint, puts it in. Cristiano from beyond the arc decides to drive in, hands it off to Cisneros. And Josh gets a friendly roll, and it's 4-0. Cristiano gets into the scoring. State championship game last year. Cristiano, that's Lucas, dishes it off to Jerry, puts it in for two more. They're in the St. Joe basket. Martinez kicks it out. Bernie for three. Got it. Bernie lead right now. John Paul II just trying to get into double digits before halftime. Tapia and one. Ruiz hits the three. Well beyond the arc. Bloodhounds. Tapia again with the left hand. I think Tapia has made a couple of moves inside. Hanley goes up, puts it in, and one. Sammy Lucio likes it. Tapia for two more. I'll try and recruit him over. We'll have him talk on what's on tap for the Lady Bloodhounds with 10 days rest. And how about Lucas Cristiano? As we get into the latter half of soccer season, but Luigi Cristiano trying to one-up his little brother. They're getting warmed up. Once they get underway, we'll go to a split screen. We'll be able to show that for you. Nick Jackson and George Albores. So some subs in the game for St. Joe. That one almost too easy for Joby. And on the floor for John Paul II. So a couple of new names on the floor for both teams as Lucas Cristiano with an easy layup there on the steal.
Plan your escape. Beach, bay, or both. Sunrises and sunsets daily. So why wait? SoPadre.com.
Goes right, backs in, kicks it out. Cristiano, top of the key. Try to bully his way in. Right now, St. Joe with a patient approach. Back out to Tapia, behind the back move. Tapia drives in to the paint, puts it in. Cristiano from beyond the arc decides to drive in, hands it off to Cisneros. Welcome back to Brownsville. St. Joe getting set for the start of the second half. Bloodhounds with a comfortable 51 25 lead as we get set for the second half. Brownsville St. Joe looking to finish off strong. Second half getting ready to get underway. It's going to be Bloodhound ball to start the second half. All right, it's going to be John Paul II. And away we go in the second half. John Paul II with possession. Josh Cisneros starts the scoring to start the second half. And we know that St. Joe, the boys and the girls, will be hosting a playoff game February 22nd here at Brownsville St. Joe. Pass inside to Cisneros. Back out to Cristiano, back at the half court. Cristiano pulls up, hits a three. Big Lou for three, and right at halftime, when he was coming back on the court, he looked at us and said, "I got one," and he, referring to as his first three-pointer in that first half. He got himself another. Bounce pass inside, kick it back out. Wide open look for three. That shot won't go. Tapia with the rebound. Dittman well off on the three. So it's Tapia, Jackson, Cristiano, Cisneros, and Martinez, the starting five in the game. Cristiano bidding for back-to-back threes. Not gonna get it. Tapia comes down with a steal. Passes it up to Martinez for two more, and a little spoiled here. You know, last night was in San Perlita covering the Trojans, and senior Eli Terry scored a quiet 44 points. Then today I get to wake up and watch St. Joe and see Jerry Martinez, who's only a junior, and many would argue that those two guys are the top two players, along with Ray De Leon from Edinburgh Economides, that those are the top three in the RGV. And then let the debate begin on just who the best basketball player is, hands down, whether that's De Leon, Terry, or Martinez. That's a fun debate to have at a round table. Point being is within 48 hours, you get to watch two of the best shooters in the Valley, and Eli Terry and Jerry Martinez. 58-27, St. Joe with the comfortable lead. Ruiz, three-pointer, won't go. Cristiano with a rebound. Cisneros drives in. Easy pickings there for St. Joe. Five and a half to go. So 10 days from now, St. Joe will turn to phase 3 of their season. That's the playoffs, when all this is out the window. Coaches always remind their athletes that it's great. We won a district title. In fact, it was Nate Garza from San Perlita that was telling his boys last night that because the Trojans finished second in their district, winning a district title is great. It's one of your goals. But once you get into the playoffs, many coaches will be the first to tell you that they will exchange a long playoff run for a district title, because you see some teams win that district title and they're bounced in the first, second round, maybe even the third, and And most eyes, a three-round playoff run, a 3-round run in the playoffs for basketball. It's impressive. It's good, just depending on who you play. But I think that's just kind of a norm now. You know, you win a playoff game in the bi-district. You know, when the Valley will play the Valley and 6A and then the 5As. 4As, not so much. You go up the road and you take on teams from the Coastal Bend. The same in the Class 3A, but, you know, being that the expectation is good. You won your first round game, great. You won your second, and then once you get into the third, fourth round, things start to get a little serious. And I suppose you can consider the third round a good playoff run. But once you get into the fourth round, the Sweet 16, then things start getting a little more serious, and that's when you can start counting down the games. When you get to the regional tournament, teams like Santa Rosa, who's been there, San Perlita these last few years, Port Isabel, that anything can happen at the regional tournament. Cisneros for 2 more, but that'll be phase 3 in 10 days for Brownsville St. Joe. And like I said, the district title, beautiful, great. 2 wins against Laredo St. Augustine. They won the CE Vail. They won the BISD tournament. Great. But then comes the playoffs. And that's when Coach Sammy Lucio will earn his cash, and that's where these players will earn their stripes. So definitely excited to see what St. Joe has in store in the postseason as they're going to grab some subs. Martin Tapia will go to the free throw line. So Mikey Rivera, Anwar Joby checking in for St. Joe. Will Hanley also coming in. And George Albores now in the game for St. Joe, so some subs. With Martin Tapia, the lone starter, still in the game for the Bloodhounds. Under 4 minutes to go. John Paul II. We add that free throw, 63-27. Two more for St. Joe. Quick look inside. Come up with the steal. That's Joby, but then they're going to call a double dribble. Pushing it back on the other end. John Paul II. They fake, kick it out. Ruiz swings it over. Wide open look, shot off the mark from Anthony Flores. Back comes St. Joe in transition. That's a 3 on the way. Rattles it home. Anwar Joby hits a 3. JP2 wants a timeout. All Bloodhounds when we come back.
Whether you're visiting or vacationing at South Padre Island, be sure to book your place to stay with Island Services. Locally owned for over 40 years. Trusted, reliable for condo and beach house rentals. Call and visit the website today. Island Services.
We are La Villa, and you're watching Real Sports Live.
Music lovers, you have to stop and see the assortment of records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, Texas, there's over 10,000 records on display and more coming every day. Looking for your favorite album from the past, first pressings, collectibles. How about a 45 with a single you just have to have? Freddie Fender, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, Elvis, Beatles, blues, rock, classics, Tejano, it's all here. Organized and priced for you. Forever Memories, 237 North Sam Houston, San Benito.
Welcome back to Real Sports Live. Let's go back and look at the replay from Anwar Joby right before the break. Joby coming off the bench, hits a wide open three. That shot off the mark. And another easy layup. Make that 70-27. Brownsville St. Joe, 2 minutes to go. Quickly coming back is Lucas Cristiano. Under 2 minutes to go. Three-pointer from the corner, and they get that one. It's Colin Chapa who hits the three. Be sure to stick around for our Luke Faria Motors Player of the Game. We'll grab an interview here in just a bit. Another three, pulls up, can't get it. Just over a minute to go, 70-34 St. Joe. 1 minute left here in the third, all Bloodhounds. Final minute. Look inside to Ruiz. Easy look, two more. Tino Villarreal putting on the headset.
Yeah.
What's going on? I can hear you loud and clear.
Cool. Look at this.
Another three. Lucas Cristiano is making a case for Luke Faria Motor Player of the Game. Just saying.
Hey, I'll tell you what. I think it's awesome that multiple guys on the team have been able to get that award. So, absolutely. I mean, he's had himself a little game today, huh?
I think so. I think that's his second or third three that he's made this afternoon. Not a bad day. The girls were able to cut down the nets. And they got a win, and I was telling the fans that were watching that there's 10 days until phase 3 of the season.
Absolutely. I mean, look, this is always one of the goals from the beginning. I'm super happy. Huge congrats to the girls program, Robert Moreno, Andrew Soto, the coaching staff there, and obviously the girls, the players. Talk about a season with a lot of adversity, and they were still able to pull off that first goal, which is to win a district championship, getting themselves that first round bye into the playoffs. But now the real work's going to start in 10 days.
That's what I was talking about to the fans, that it's great. You can win tournaments, you can win a district title, you can go undefeated, get some big wins along the way, but none of that matters if you fall short in the playoffs or where your goal is at. And I think your boys and then the Lady Bloodhounds understand that you know, especially your guys. You know, they won the BISD tournament, they won the Vale, they beat Laredo St. Augustine twice, and that's well and good. But like I said, these guys are going to earn their money in 10 days when phase 3 starts.
And it's going to be a tough matchup regardless, whether it's TMI or Austin St. Michael's. Those are two solid programs that we faced in the Elite Eight, and now we're going to face them in that second round right away. So even though we fare better than we did last year, our first matchup is going to be tougher than it was last year anyway. So, talk about just a tough year, tough bracket for our boys. They know Coach Lucio is going to have them ready. They know what challenges they have coming up ahead.
How important is this whole week ahead of you guys to get rest and to just kind of refresh the brain?
It's like you said, every season is in phases, and I think part of the toughest part of coaching is knowing when to push and knowing when to take your foot off the brake, and off the gas and put it on the brake. When do you slow things down? What's too much rest? You do want the kids to get rest. What's too much rest so that you don't come out flat? Because whoever we play is going to have a first-round basketball game, so we can't come out flat.
Yep.
But then again, you don't want to kill their legs and use the rest period as something that's going to hurt you as well. So it's new territory for Coach Lucio, but I know that he's been putting a lot of Coach Moreno and Lucio have been doing a lot of talking about that, and I'm very confident in their ability to do what's right for the kids and rest them the right amount of time and get them ready.
Because, this is what they've worked for. This is what they worked for.
At the end of the day, the Elite Eight that we did last year, we forgot about it. It doesn't matter anymore. Yeah. But you can't get past that if you can't get past the first round. And all these championships and whatever it is that you've accomplished doesn't mean much if you can't win that first round of the playoff game. We get a bye, but our first playoff game has to be a victory. We have to get back to the Elite Eight. Everybody knows what's at stake here.
At the top of the broadcast on the girls' game, I had mentioned that these games, because you guys are already locked in as district champions, you're going to have a bye. Everything's set. Games like this is just a matter of just fine-tuning some things. Staying healthy is the big one.
Yeah, we're a little concerned, obviously, with had a couple of injuries on the girls' side, and then Bernie goes down right here with his ankle here in this game. So lucky for us, we have those 10 games. Now it's time for us to kind of, get them ready to go and be at full throttle by the time we host in the 22nd.
So February 22nd, we will be here as Jerry Martinez hits back-to-back threes. We'll be here in 10 days for both the Lady Bloodhounds and the Bloodhounds, again with their opponents. We'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah, we're excited. We're excited, obviously, to host. It's always good to host.
Yes.
It's always good to host.
Yeah.
So, we're going to be – my job now is to get on the phone with 4 potential opponents and start coordinating times and stuff so that, we can at least tentatively put out some times out here regardless of who that opponent is and get officials and all of that good stuff situated. So my job as AD is about to start on this.
Yeah, they I think it was Matt Stepp that put out a tweet earlier this week that if people think that people like yourselves, football coaches / athletic directors, are busy during the fall, it's in the spring where you just have 4 or 5 different sports. Josh Cisneros finally connects. He had missed a few. He couldn't help but smile on that one.
I think that's the first time I've seen Josh smile on the court.
You're probably not wrong.
Yeah, he's like he's just, look at him. Josh has no emotion. And he's out there all smiles right now.
What did you call this last time where they're just passing it around? You called it something. It was a good, or they're just passing and they're just shooting.
Bubble basketball.
Something like that.
I think so, like when the NBA was
bubble
in the bubble.
Bubble ball. Something like
that. I've learned a lot of terminology, though, Kevin, over this season that I didn't know before. And so bubble ball, the other day I heard another great one, 729er.
Yeah, we were at lunch.
Yeah.
A 729er. That's my favorite. I had never heard of that.
Yeah, 729er. That's someone that doesn't miss at practice, but the moment it turns 7:30 and the warm-ups are over, they can't buy a bucket.
That was a good one. We learned a few others, but we can't exactly share those.
That's right.
We're going to keep it Disney Plus.
Well, so I'll tell you what, super fired up for Coach Lucio. I know, he's been here this is going to be his 8th season, I believe, and here as head coach for the basketball boys, and back-to-back district championships for him, his program. He just recently got married. I mean, Sammy's been with St. Joe for 15 years, 16 years, and to watch him out here having fun and bringing this team together, back-to-back championships, and the future looks great too.
Yep.
Obviously, you always graduate seniors that are going to be missed and not forgotten, like Luigi and Josh, Martin. Those are 3 big seniors that graduate. But hopefully for us, and Coach Lucio, you've got all these young kids coming back, and then the goal starts. How do you become three-peat? How do you three-peat, and how do you knock that out? But huge congrats to Sammy and Robert, Nava, and Drew, all our coaches there in basketball. Pretty awesome.
Raining threes at St. Joe. Go back on the instant replay on the full screen. Now your boys, at the pace they're on, they could hit 100. At the pace they're going, they could hit 100.
Well, they've hit it a couple times this year. We've got now a lot of youth out on the court right now, which is why you hear the crowd and the bench going crazy. A lot of youth, kids that put in a lot of work every day at practice, and just to get a chance to get in some minutes and make some buckets, it makes all those practices worth it.
Robert Guerra and Brandon Granado in the game for St. Joe. Mikey Rivera also checking in. So last time we talked, we were here Wednesday night right before the realignment.
That's right.
So now that it's come and gone, was it everything you expected as far as the Valley went?
It really was. I was praying that it ended up this way because we're playing Brownsville Veterans that week 3, and had they ended up in a 9-team district, that would have not allowed them to play us week 3. So I was hoping for them to split. I think this is the best realignment the Valley's had in a while.
Yeah.
As far as evening out the district, and kind of feel bad, if anything, for my colleagues in the 4As. I just think that if anything, obviously as a whole, this was the best realignment. But the 4As, I hate when they put 14 districts like that for them. They got to find 7 games, and it's hard to do. We've been in that. I've been in those shoes many years, and to try to get 6, 7 non-district games is almost impossible. And then you have to travel to find an opponent.
Yeah,
it's a nightmare when you have some other 4As in the Valley that you could be playing that are now part of a different 4A,
right,
with a D1, D2. But you know what? It is what it is. Overall, awesome realignment for the Valley. Great news for the Valley. I think we're going to have more Valley teams represented in the playoffs, and ultimately that's the good news for the Valley that I think fans sometimes don't understand is this realignment allows the opportunity for us to see a lot more Valley teams make the playoffs.
Right, and like I said, when we last talked, I was excited to see what happened in the 5As, and it happened. Now we have 4 5A districts. So that was one thing that we took away, and of course, La Feria being put in the same district with Toloso, Midway, Alice, and Cal Allen.
Yeah, that's going to be tough.
Yeah, I mean, really, it's the same. It's because you have Kingsville King, Hidalgo, Zapata, La Feria, They were already in the district together anyway.
But you had Cal Allen.
You had Cal Allen. You had Alice.
That's not
Midway.
Hey.
Oh, hey.
Yeah, those are tough ones to absorb, huh?
Yeah, really tough. So
I know the feeling, man. I got to play Regents in my district, and a lot of people here don't know about Regents, but they're one of the best teams in the state. And to have them as a district opponent alongside St. Michael's, those are tough ones to absorb, you know.
So the BVM game, is it going to be here or is it going to be at Sam's?
Both. We play week 1, we play Brownsville Lopez. Week 3, we play Veterans. Both this year will be here at Canales. And then obviously the other season will be at Sam's twice.
Just, 5 blocks down the street?
Yeah.
That'll be fun. I think Raymondville, by the time next year rolls around, they'll have turf. I know their baseball and softball facilities got turf.
Yeah,
I understand they're getting turf.
Yeah, I hope so. We're scrimmaging them at Raymondville, so
I believe they're on turf now.
We're going out to Raymondville first scrimmage. Then we're playing here. We're scrimmaging Porter on our field. Then we have our season opener with Lopez at our field. We travel to Santa Rosa, bring it back home with Veterans. Then we have a bye. And then the gauntlet in our new district, where we, are bringing San Antonio TMI, Austin St. Michael's, Regents, Hyde Park, San Antonio Christian Schools, Victoria St. Joseph. So a couple new faces. And our district, I didn't think could get tougher, and it just did. So I've got my work cut out for me.
The point being is that Canales Field, Lyford, Santa Rosa, PI, Rio Hondo, Progreso are the only places with grass.
Yeah.
It's a dying breed.
And I've always told people, if I have a say-so in what happens here at St. Joe, I'd love it to stay grass.
Traditional.
Yeah, that's just me. I mean, but at the end of the day, I understand where we're headed, and it'll be hopefully inevitable for us to break ground here and do some turf. But I'd love to keep grass. I just Notre Dame held on to it as long as possible in the college world.
Yeah.
And I think that St. Joseph is something that I'm trying to hold on to, and so is the school for as long as possible. That doesn't mean that if we don't have someone come in and donate it, that we're going to reject it, right? So if anybody's listening to this and wants to donate $1 million for turf, then St. Joe Canales Field will be turf.
Hey, this might happen. So I think my vote Lucas Cristiano.
Yeah, that's cool. How many points?
I think Luigi told me he had 12 at halftime.
Something like that.
So he's easily in double figures.
Senior.
89-50 your final. Tino Villarreal joining us as always. So we're going to step aside, get ready for our post-game show. They're going to pass out the gold ball for St. Joe. So when we come back, stay tuned on Real Sports Live.
Josh Moody and Coach Rolly Gonzalez of Josh Moody Loans are former Harlingen Cardinals and would like to wish all the teams good luck in tonight's games.
This game is brought to you in part by the Concession Stand in Santa Rosa, a locally owned business providing a terrific atmosphere before or after the games and supporting athletes of all ages. When you're in Santa Rosa, be sure to stop by the Concession Stand and choose from the wide assortment of goodies. An advertising partner with Rio Sports Live is the Concession Stand.
Come visit our new store in downtown Harlingen. We have furniture, appliances, clothes, collectibles, and more. All funds collected support the Sunny Glen Children's Home. Come see us at Vintage on Jackson at First and Jackson in Harlingen.
Josh Moody and Coach Rolly Gonzalez of Josh Moody Loans are former Harlingen Cardinals and would like to wish all the teams good luck in tonight's games.
Service is attitude. How far are we willing to go to service our community, our dealership here for you, and you? Sky's the limit.
When excellence in academics meets discovery on the court, in the arts, with institutions of higher education and beyond, we are the future leaders, and our success starts now. La Villa ISD, Cardinal Pride.
Josh Moody and Coach Rolly Gonzalez of Josh Moody Loans are former Harlingen Cardinals and would like to wish all the teams good luck in tonight's games.
Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles, located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, is filled with vintage items, collectibles, and a selection of vinyl records that's as good as it gets. Every shelf, every aisle, and table is filled daily by a number of vendors that ensures that something here just might be the item you have to have. The vinyl record area helps bring an added atmosphere that makes for the fun trip when stepping back in time with the memories. Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles in San Benito.
Josh Moody and Coach Rolly Gonzalez of Josh Moody Loans are former Harlingen Cardinals and would like to wish all the teams good luck in tonight's games.
We're the Life for Cheerleaders, and you're watching Real Sports Live.
Josh Moody and Coach Rolly Gonzalez of Josh Moody Loans are former Harlingen Cardinals and would like to wish all the teams good luck in tonight's games.
Whether you're visiting or vacationing at South Padre Island, be sure to book your place to stay with Island Services. Locally owned for over 40 years. Trusted, reliable for condo and beach house rentals. Call and visit the website today. Island Services.
We are La Villa, and you're watching Real Sports Live.
Music lovers, you have to stop and see the assortment of records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, Texas, there's over 10,000 records on display and more coming every day. Looking for your favorite album from the past, first pressings, collectibles. How about a 45 with a single you just have to have? Freddie Fender, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, Elvis, Beatles, blues, rock, classics, Tejano, it's all here. Organized and priced for you, Forever Memories, 237 North Sam Houston, San Benito.
Josh Moody and Coach Rolly Gonzalez of Josh Moody Loans are former Harlingen Cardinals and would like to wish all the teams good luck in tonight's games.
Welcome back to our post-game show here at Brownsville St. Joe. Senior Josh Cincinnati. Josh, first off, congratulations on the regular season. You guys just wrapped up district champions. You guys got to hold the gold ball. Where do you feel you guys are at right now with the regular season wrapped up?
I think we're playing very well together, and I think we are ready to move on to the playoffs, and we're excited to go on the first round.
What are you guys most excited about in competing in the playoffs? You know, last year you guys had the run to the Elite Eight. This year, you know, the expectation is to get back to the Elite Eight and maybe more.
I think we just have to focus on ourselves, and if we play our game, I think we'll be fine. We can make it as far as we want. So.
How much of last year's experience will help this year?
A lot, and also this year's we weren't really exposed to bigger guys. So when we reached the Elite Eight, we seen some big guys we had never seen before. So I think we're more prepared now to face some bigger guys.
What do you feel that's the difference between last year's group and this year's group? Because a lot of you guys were back. Obviously, you add Jerry to the mix this year.
I think we're working a little bit harder, and our camaraderie is there too. So I think we'll be good.
Talk about yourself. From the get-go, you've had a great year this year, and I think a lot of people now throughout the Valley know who Josh Cisneros is for Brownsville St. Joe, and just the year that you've had and the work you've put in.
Yeah, I enjoy doing the little things for the team. I like boxing out, playing defense, so I think that's what my game's about.
So tell me, you put up a couple of threes you missed, and then you finally hit that one, and you couldn't help but smile.
Yeah. Well, in practice, I swear I'm an amazing shooter, like always making on everyone. But games, I don't know. But yeah, I hit a three.
You do everything else right.
Yeah,
but yeah, because Coach Tino Vial.
That's my weakness, threes.
Coach Tino Vial said, I don't think I've ever seen Josh smile on the court before until you hit that three. But one last thing, what can we expect from you guys heading into the playoffs?
I think just a lot of energy, hard work, and that's about it.
Josh Cisneros on the other side of the break. Nick Jackson's going to be joining us. Thanks, Josh. Good luck the rest of the way.
This game is brought to you in part by the Concession Stand in Santa Rosa, a locally owned business providing a terrific atmosphere before or after the games and supporting athletes of all ages. When you're in Santa Rosa, be sure to stop by the Concession Stand and choose from the wide assortment of goodies. An advertising partner with Rio Sports Live is the Concession Stand.
Welcome back. As promised, Nick Jackson, senior on the Brownsville St. Joe Bloodhounds. Nick, thanks for joining us.
No problem.
Talk to me, man. I mean, you guys are heading into what I call phase 3, and that's the playoffs. How are you guys feeling?
We're feeling pretty good. Really, this week we've been focusing on getting ready for St. Michael's or TMI, whichever team we're going to play. And we haven't really been worried about these last 2 games because we knew we were going to do pretty well, and we already clinched district. So really, we're just focusing on that next game for playoffs.
You guys know you are in the playoffs, or 1. 2, you know that February 22nd, you guys will be back here at home. So it's a 10-day break period. What are you guys looking forward to over these next 10 days, as the team and just kind of getting ready?
These next 10 days, we're probably going to work on defenses to shut down their big guys because they have a lot of tall players. Like St. Michael's has 3, 6, 8 guys, so we're going to be looking for ways to shut them down and working on defenses and press breaks and stuff like that.
You did mention the word rest. You guys plan on getting a little bit of rest?
Well, tomorrow's Sunday, so that's about it.
There's Tino Villarreal, who's also your football coach.
Yep.
Rest. I mean, how important is rest to get a little bit of it? To
Rest is important, but Martin hit a couple clutch shots today. But rest is important. Probably one of our first days back, we'll just have a light practice, and that'll be our rest for us. Sunday will be a good rest for us, but really we just need to keep going and practicing and getting everything dialed for the playoffs.
This senior group, pretty special. You, Josh, Martin, Luigi. Just talk about this senior class and, a lot of work to be done, but just the legacy you guys are leaving behind for the guys that are younger.
Yeah, we definitely have a pretty good young team. Like, we have Bernie and Jerry, who are juniors, who are really good. They're usually starters. Jerry's obviously one of the stars. He's a really good shooter, but Luigi, Martin, and I have been together since freshman year, so we have that relationship and that bond. And Josh came in junior year, and we just accepted him right in. He's a really close friend of ours now, and we're all pretty close, so that probably helps with our playing during the game.
All right, last question for you. What can we expect from the Bloodhounds in the postseason?
Hopefully a victory.
Nick Jackson, thanks for joining us. Good luck the rest of the way.
No problem. Thank you so much.
Come visit our new store in downtown Harlingen. We have furniture, appliances, clothes, collectibles, and more. All funds collected support the Sunny Glen Children's Home. Come see us at Vintage on Jackson at First and Jackson in Harlingen.
Welcome back as we wrap up our coverage here from Brownsville St. Joe in a doubleheader. As Tino Villarreal says, good day to be a Bloodhound for the fans out there that are tuning in. The Lady Bloodhounds wrap up the district play in the regular season with a win. The boys get a 89-50 win, and Lucas Cristiano is our Luke Faria Motors player of the game. So, again, the final score, 89-50. Brownsville St. Joe boys and girls will now set their sights on the playoffs. February 22nd, we will be back here live. The opponent to be determined and the times to be determined, but As soon as we get word, we will let you know, and we will be here for both those games. It will be a doubleheader February 22nd. So again, on behalf of myself, Kevin Naro, Joe Bowling, and everyone at Real Sports Live saying so long for now from Brownsville, St. Joe.